Hey, you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south, more specifically, Henderson, Louisiana, and it is day 10 of the Carpetbagger Choose My Adventure road trip. You guys have been choosing which city I go to. Next city I'm going to, we voted to send me west, so I'm headed to Houston, Texas. And from there, the voting is already out, so you can choose my next destination beyond Houston. The choices are Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, and Corpus Christi, Texas. You can go vote right now. If you're subscribed, click on your subscriber tab. The poll should be there. If not, go to my webpage, click on the community tab, and you can vote from there as well. Now, I figured a good way to start today out, to start our 10th day out, is to visit a good old-fashioned dinosaur park. I'm a big fan of going through the woods and seeing fiberglass dinosaurs. So I found this prehistoric park here in Henderson, Louisiana. So I figure we'll start the day by checking this out. So please, without further ado, follow me. Looking at this sign here, looks like the meteor is about ready to end dinosaurs' world. So we need to hurry up and see these dinosaurs before they become extinct. Welcome to Prehistoric Park. All right, there'll be no feeding the dinosaurs. I guess if the dinosaur just eats you, though, is that considered feeding? Does that break the rules? But yeah, look at those toes. Look at those scary toes there. We got us a big old mean velociraptor there. Uh-oh. Watch the skies. See the pterosaur there. You can hear the roaring coming from the jungle as well. Why can't you hear the pterosaur peeing? Because the pee is silent. We're gonna start off with a pee joke. This is the Kentrosaurus here. Looks almost like a stegosaurus, just maybe a little more pointy, I think. This is the Dimetrodon. And according to the plaque over there, it says that Dimetrodon, not a dinosaur. It said it's actually a mammal-like creature. So, yeah, this would evolve into your dog. Okay, here's the Stegosaurus. So yeah, it does look a little different from that other dinosaur. You can see it has a little baby Stegosauruses as well. This is the Edmontonia. It's a armored dinosaur. You can see the spikes. It's really hard to crack open, I bet. The big old Brachiosaurus there. I always thought they were interesting. They had their nostrils on their forehead, which I always thought was cool. I guess it helps them go underwater. And yeah, we have a little baby Brachiosaurus as well. Got the Camarasaurus here, and getting a little bit of information here on the plaque. It says Camarasaurus was a sauropod whose intelligence, as measured by its relative brain to body weight, was among the lowest of dinosaurs. So, Camarasaurus, the dumbest dinosaur that ever lived. There's the velociraptors there. It says velociraptors played a large role in the Jurassic Park movies, but was also shown inaccurately. Rather than being large human-sized lizard, the velociraptor was around the size of a turkey. Also believed to have feathers. I guess these are not the life-accurate velociraptors. I guess these are Hollywood movie velociraptors. There's a Parasaurolophus. And finally, I have the return of the dinosaur jokes here. What's the best way to call a dinosaur? Long distance. Is that just long distance so they don't murder you, or is it long distance because their bodies are so long? Yeah, I'm not sure. Some Triceratops here, the little baby. Look at that eyeball, the shiny eyes. Have the Utah raptor here. Now, my understanding is the Utah raptor is more accurate to what they called velociraptors in the Jurassic Park movies. This is the Gastonia, another spiky armored dinosaur. It says here, it would probably have behaved like most turtles by laying low and waiting for the predators to go away. So this Big spiked monstrosity. If he's scared, he just sits there like a turtle. Oh, I'm a turtle, just please leave me alone. It's the Sarcosaurus, like a crocodile, like dinosaurs. Of course, crocodile-like animals and alligator-like animals were around back during the age of the dinosaur. You can see him there devouring that delicious bass. And of course, here he is, everyone's favorite, T-Rex. See the vicious teeth there. Here's the Dilophosaurus, and portrayed with the frills like it is in the Jurassic Park movie. Of course, there was no evidence that those actually existed, and I liked the idea when they added it in Jurassic Park, because you know, we don't know. It's like dinosaurs could have appendages and things that we don't know about, things that like we didn't know. In the movie, it could spit poison. You know, we don't know. Maybe it could spit poison. But unfortunately, while I thought it was like a cool idea in the movie, it's like completely tainted like the real world's perception of what a Dilophosaurus is. I think a lot of people assumed that that it was known that the Dilophosaurus had frills and spit poison, which both made up for the movie. You see, yeah, even here in the dinosaur park, we have the frills added. Always interesting to see if they use the frills or not in these dinosaur parks. It does clarify, though, it says unlike the movie portrayal, it does not spit poison. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. I can call you Betty, and Betty, when you call me, you can call me Allosaurus. This is an Olorotitan. Olorotitan. I think some of these dinosaurs were animatronic at one point. You definitely see some animatronic features, but I guess they have become static over the years. What dinosaur could jump higher than a house? Answer, all of them. Houses can't jump. See, the joke is implying that when you're asking who can jump, you're going to think it's the dinosaur, and then the house being the distance it's going to jump. But actually what it was really asking is which one could jump higher. Could a dinosaur jump higher or a house jump higher? Because houses can't jump because they're embedded into the ground with basements. But dinosaurs, I guess, could probably jump a little bit. But houses definitely cannot jump. The Carnotaurus there is famously the dinosaur that pursues you at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Right here it says, if you're happy and you know it, clap your, I guess he can't clap his hand. He can't clap his hands together. The Carnotaurus cannot clap his hands. Here's the other dinosaur from the Dinosaur Animal Kingdom ride, the Iguanodon. That's the dinosaur you're trying to find. Unfortunately, this one's being mauled by raptors. Finally, we end with the Styracosaurus. I always get the Triceratops dinosaurs confused with each other. I tend to call them all Triceratops, but clearly he doesn't have 3 horns. He has many, many more. Oh, here we are. We're now in the Animatronic Room. Oh, terrifying. Oh. Oh. Whoa. His tail just smashed into the wall. Whoa. Watch out for the tail. Oh, I'm out of here. So we exit through the gift shop here. You can see the taxidermy dinosaur heads on the wall. Big old T-Rex skeleton there. The fossil pit over here where we can use this brush to dig for bones. Oh, no need to dig, there's one right there. Oh no, I think this is human. Check out this amazing billboard for Evangeline made bread. It's got a giant loaf of bread rotating in the middle of the billboard. It's almost hypnotizing. Oh, need bread. We stopped off on this little gravel road in Ocean, Louisiana to see this. The Tree of Souls. So yes, the Tree of Souls here in Ocean, Louisiana. Now, this is what's commonly known as a shoe tree. Now, a shoe tree is a social phenomenon when a normal tree, you know, becomes covered in shoes. Like, I'm fascinated by this concept, but I've never quite understood, how does a shoe tree start? Does one person decide to throw a pair of shoes on the tree? Someone else sees the shoes, say, I should do that too. And someone comes by and sees a tree with 2 pairs of shoes and like, well, I might as well add my shoes. And it just grows from there. People seeing shoes appearing on the tree and they want to be part of it. They want their tired shoes, their worn out shoes, to join almost a community of shoes. And I really like, you know, when you think about it, like all these shoes here have been on their own adventures, have lived their own lives, all the places that these shoes have been. And now they've all come here. So it's almost like a repository of past adventures. One thing that makes this shoe tree a little different is you have the traditional shoes thrown up into the branches, but you also have shoes nailed to the actual trunk of the tree. See different types of shoes, children's shoes, flip-flops. Oh, we even have some Crocs there. See the Crocs? These are still all soft. You could wear this. That's how durable Crocs are. I'd really love to add a pair of Crocs to this tree, but I didn't bring any of my old Crocs. I just have these. I just bought these, and you know, they're not cheap. So, I mean, surely you guys understand. I promise. I give you guys a promise that I will make sure to keep an old worn out pair of Crocs in my car for the next time I come across a shoe tree. Stopped off here in Rain, Louisiana. They consider themselves the frog capital of the world. Apparently they did ship frogs out all across the country to be used as frog legs. And greeting us here in Rain is this giant metal frog. He's wearing a tuxedo with a top hat. And if you look at this sign here, it explains, you see the frog is stainless steel. He's not been colored a certain skin tone. Normally that'd be green for a frog, but it says the sculpture was left unpainted or skinless. In this form, unity of all humanity is represented by showing that underneath the colors of flesh, we are all the same. So a frog symbolizing unity. Out here in front of the city police office, and look at this, we even got a little frog cop. And his name is Officer Ribbit. Well, hello there, Officer Ribbit. Out here in front of City Hall, we have a frog that appears to be the city himself. You can actually see the map all along Mr. Frog here. And he is Monsieur City Touristique. So, there we go, a map frog. And look at this. Frog parking only. Others will be towed. Towed. Because they're not a frog, they're a toad. Oh, look at that. little frog there sticking his tongue out. We've got the local newspaper, the Rain Acadian Tribune. You can see all these frogs hard at work here getting the newspaper printed. And this frog out in front of the newspaper, his name is Norm. I'm guessing that maybe he was based on a real person that maybe worked at the newspaper. It's the frog lady walking her little tadpole there in a baby carriage. The dry cleaners here. You can see there's the frogs happily dry cleaning and pressing the clothes. There's a frog called Big John. Again, I'm guessing he was a worker here at the cleaners. Some more frog murals here. Little frog paper boy. The bakery shop where they're selling frog pies. It's a little frog bride and groom there on top of the wedding cake. Oh, there's a frog shaving another frog. That seems unnecessary. There's the Rain Building and Loan Association. Look, a little frog there sitting on a sack of money. Can you imagine if you had to ask a frog for a loan? First I was looking at this mural and saying, oh, that one doesn't have any frogs in it. Then I noticed all these guys are holding frogs. We are at Sadies flower shop. Here we have Rain's first lady, Madame Crapeau. That Crapeau, am I saying that right? Anyways, here's Madame Crapeau. She's got her Mardi Gras hat on. Bank of Commerce and Trust. I think we have yet another money frog over here. Yeah, a little banker frog. Oh, his name is Mr. Ed. He's got little money cufflinks. Yeah, I think every businessman here in town has his own frog doppelganger. The Bronze Beauty Bar. We have this frog here with shiny gold pants. I do love the frog over here at the Rain Housing Authority. Look how dapper he is. Stopped off this rest area here in Jennings, Louisiana. A little rest stop known as the Gator Chateau. Looks like they're getting their Mardi Gras tree decorated here. You can see the Mardi Gras costume. Now, if you learned anything at the Louisiana State Museum, this is the type of Mardi Gras costume where they would do the parade between the houses, where they would do the runs, dance on the back of horses. Got a snapping turtle skull in there, along with a cypress knee. And then look at this big mummified gator head. All right. Oh, there we go. Little gators down there.
Just put one hand on the tail. All right. And there you go. Might have to hold her a little tight because if she starts moving, she's very
there we go. She's not gonna bite me, is she?
No,
Oh, there she goes. Does she have a name?
Magnolia.
Magnolia.
Look at her fingernails actually painted a little bit.
Oh.
Of course, this chart right here. This is how we tell them apart.
Okay. Well, hey, Magnolia. That's a sweet alligator. Oh, look at her. Okay, so she's about 2 years old.
She's 2 years old, and the little baby's right there, a year old.
Okay. Yeah, they were showing me that the nail colors let them know which alligators are which. That was Magnolia with the purple nails that we were holding. That one over there said it was about 5 years old, 6 feet long. Little cluster right there. And down there under the bridge, see there's a big alligator snapping turtle. Said he's over 80 years old. His name is Pierre. All right, we can check, see how far we've come. We are 179 miles from Houston. That's our destination today. And 174 miles from New Orleans, so we're about the halfway point. See some Louisiana critters here. Got the alligator, the pelican, the raccoon, little crawfish there. And over here, we have a little possum. The gator log here. This actually reminds me of the old Snow White Scary Adventure dark ride at Magic Kingdom and at Disneyland. The ride used to have this haunted forest, and there'd be logs that were like half alligators. Stopped in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and look at this gator here. Now apparently Lake Charles used to have gators like this all around town, much like we saw the frogs in Rain, Louisiana. But apparently over the years, due to the severe weather conditions around here, they've all been destroyed, except this is the possible sole survivor. It's a very fascinating looking gator here. You can see he's got this red jumpsuit, got the blonde pompadour. Looks like it's wearing some lipstick. I thought that Roadside America said that they believed it was supposed to be Little Richard, but they weren't sure. So I don't know. What do you guys? Who is this gator? Okay, I actually spotted another alligator up there on the balcony. Here outside the Mellow Mushroom, we have this. Here outside the Mellow Mushroom, we have this transformer here. It almost actually looks like what would happen if Herbie the Love Bug became a Decepticon. Oh, look at his crazy evil face. And the stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. We're in Beaumont, Texas, in front of the Fire Museum of Texas. And by Fire Museum, they mean museum dedicated to firefighting. It's not a museum. There's not just like a bunch of open flames in there. Unfortunately, though, they are closed for the evening. But we do have this. It is the world's largest functioning fire hydrant. This magnificent Dalmatian spotted fire hydrant actually came from Disneyland. It was originally built at Disneyland in 1999 to promote the live action 101 Dalmatians movie. And after the movie had passed, they handed it off to the Fire Museum here in Beaumont, Texas. Now, there is a fire hydrant that is larger. And I believe it's in South Carolina, but this is the largest functioning fire hydrant. So apparently this will actually spray out water. And surrounding the world's largest functioning fire hydrant, we have all these little miniature baby fire hydrants all down the street. And we did show up a little late tonight, so all the museums here in the museum district are closed. But I did notice here something interesting in front of the Texas Energy Museum. And that is these interesting dinosaurs out here on the sidewalk. We started the day with some dinosaurs, but these ones are completely different. It's a Stegosaurus over here. I guess it makes sense, you know. The dinosaurs died, they turned into oil, and in Texas, energy is all about oil. See the big white sea monster right there. Yeah, I recognize this one from this morning. This is the one that's not a dinosaur, but really a mammal with a fin. Here's a Triceratops covered in tissue paper, or a Tish-ceratops, if you will. Over at Leo's Automotive, we have ourselves a muffler man. Now, muffler men come in different shapes and sizes. We have the traditional square jaw muffler man, the Paul Bunyan muffler man, the Native American muffler man. But this one this variety of muffler man, known as the Happy Half-Wit. And I don't know, with that hat and those big ears, I don't know, he almost looks a little bit like me. So we just throw some glasses on him, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? And here we are, the Baytown Buckies. Look at that obscene amount of gas pumps. There's the man himself, statue of the great Bucky Beaver. It's a giant Bucky in a boat with a bunch of tiny Buckies. The reason I stop here at Bucky's is for the barbecue. We'll get us a sliced brisket sandwich and a sausage on a stick. This sausage here is also really good. All the sausage here. And look at all the choices with soda. You have Coke and Pepsi right next to each other. Sworn enemies right next to each other on a soda fountain, as well as some of their custom in-house flavors. But when I'm in Texas, I like to stick to the Big Red. So Bucky's used to be like a Texas exclusive thing. You could only get Bucky's if you're in Texas, but actually started spreading out around the country. And I really enjoy the fact that I can now get Texas barbecue on my way down to Florida. So yeah, I'm not claiming that the Bucky's has the best barbecue in Texas, but it's the best barbecue you'll ever get at a gas station. I think that's safe to say. I got the sliced brisket here. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is a big chunk of brisket right there. Oh, so good. I love Texas barbecue. It's one of my favorite foods on this planet. One of my favorites things, the sausage on a stick. They used to have sausage sandwiches sometimes. I haven't seen a sausage sandwich in a while, so I always get the sausage on a stick. You see it's got a tortilla on it that makes it a sandwich technically. So a little barbecue sauce there. I love that Texas beef sausage that they have with barbecue. So good. So thank you guys for coming along with me. Hope you're enjoying this Choose My Adventure road trip. Again, tomorrow I'll be spending the day in Houston. And then after that, I will go wherever you guys vote me to go. The choices being Dallas-Fort Worth, San Antonio, or Corpus Christi, Texas. If you guys would like to help contribute to the channel, consider donating to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month. Also selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop. And all that just helps to keep this train on the tracks, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until tomorrow morning, my friends, this one's in the bag.